We not all the same people.
You don't think in the Bible that sounds kind of funny to say?
No, not at all.
So why would he create Earth just to make everybody be each other?
Let me show you this. Let me read this.
I actually have a question about that part that you said about God, dividing relationships. It doesn't make sense, but like when you read the context of what happened, is because they were building a tower. They were trying to they were trying to get to heaven, and they were all uniting to do something evil to try to like exalt themselves as like higher than us. That's the only reason he did that. So I didn't see that as like
what's his own self with no deep down the teaching that he was already studying in the first time.
Here's the answer to both of them. Okay? Read it.
Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 8.
Listen up, brother. Here you go. Start at verse 7.
Verse 7. Remember the
Hold on. Listen up, yo. Listen up. Go ahead.
Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations.
So God tells us to remember the days of old. Read on.
Ask thy father, and he will show thee. Thy elders, and they will tell thee. When the Most High divided to the nations.
Hold on. The Most High did what?
Divided to the nations. When the Most High divided to the nations.
The Most High divided the nations.
That's right.
Read on.
Their inheritance, when he separated.
God did what?
He separated.
In case we didn't understand the word divide, God said he separated. Read on.
He separated the sons of Adam. He set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.
So God separated all the people. He didn't want everybody around his children. He didn't want us learning their ways. He didn't want us to mingle with them because we are holy.
The same children that was born from
Second
Noah, Ham, Japheth, and all of them. He didn't want his kids. He didn't want the kids, the people who survived the flood, being around each other. Does that make sense what you're saying? I want you to think for yourself.
Now, can I said, yeah, it makes sense to me, so I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you a question.
Tell me, if I had a child, God don't want me to be around my child, God gonna separate me and my child.
I'm gonna ask you a question here, okay?
Does that make sense?
Now, you have a child, right? Do you want your child hanging around gangbangers, drug dealers, pimps, and hoes?
Right. Now you just took it to a far.
No, I'm asking on your level, on our earthly level.
Now you just took it to a far straight place. Now you just took it somewhere that you can have the vote.
No, I'm asking you.
I'm asking a question.
The same way you asking me a question.
I'm asking about pimps and dogs and all that. I'm going back to the original tribes or the original people. You trying to tell me that God didn't want the kids in Ham and Noah to be around Ham and Noah?
Here it goes, right here.
2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures.
Going way back to Adam, what you was talking about, right? Go ahead.
Of him come we all.
God is saying we all come from Adam, right? We all do, all mankind do. Read.
We all don't come
and
from
the people
got killed in the flood. Remember?
Listen.
And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
So now God making a distinction. We all came from Adam because Noah came from Adam and Noah had Shem, Ham, and Japheth. So we all come from Adam at the end of the day.
Right.
He said, and the people that you have chosen.
That's a better question. Let me go back to
Read that again.
Adam and Eve.
And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures. Of him come we all.
We all come from Adam.
And the people also whom thou hast chosen. Watch your head, bro.
Go ahead. Read it again.
All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
Now Ezra is an Israelite from the tribe of Levi. He's talking to God. God, you made the world for our sakes. Right. I know this. You didn't make it for everybody. Right. You made it for us. Read.
As for the other people.
Here's a question. Here's your answer. You got to listen to what God says, not our own thoughts. Because I used to think that too, brother. I used to think it. I know it don't, but God, let God be true.
That's
and every man a liar. Right. Read that again.
As for the other people, which also come of Adam.
The other people that are not chosen by you, God.
Thou hast said that they are nothing.
God said what?
They are nothing.
You're so mean, God.
They are nothing.
God said that they ain't nothing.
That's
Read on.
But be like unto spittle.
God said they like that to me. I know I made them. I know what you think. I know how you feel. But I said they like spit to me, and they are nothing.
There's a lot of things in that Bible
Read
that
on.
make no sense.
And has likened the abundance of them
All of the other nations, read,
unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
like a drop of water that falls out of a bucket in the eyes of God.
Right.
Read on.
And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen,
God call them what?
heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing,
They've always had the reputation as being nothing in your sight, God, since the days of Noah.
right,
Always been held in reputation as nothing.
Right.
You know,
have begun to be lords over us.
now they rule over us. How's that happen, God? If we your chosen people, how does it happen now that these heathen that you said was nothing, that was like spit, they like a drop that falls from the bucket of water? How is it that they now rule over us and we on the bottom catching the bus in Lauderhill and they driving Bentleys?
Right.
How?
Right, bring it out.
Now you're going to
Bring it out.
How does that
We're
happen?
going to what you call it said. Why do you think God went here and separated his man from kid for kids and stuff like that?
Hold that. Give me Deuteronomy 76. That's it. Deuteronomy 76. Let's you pay attention to this. So I know it's hard for us to understand that we are so much better than everybody else.
Right, that's right.
But we are. God said we are. And look out into society. Name one people that went through 300, 400 years of hard bondage slavery, still getting oppressed today and still striving.
Right.
Name another people.
Well,
Hell, bankers in Wall Street jump off the damn 80th floor when they lose some money.
Right.
Negroes been poor for a long time. That ain't nothing to us.
Right. No.
Keep it moving.
I'm asking you a question.
Okay, go ahead. Hold on. Hold on. Well, let me read this. Deuteronomy 76.
Not that person.
Hold on. Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. For,
Here's some more racist undertone for God. Go ahead.
for thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee.
Start from the top again.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Back to the book of Deuteronomy where he's talking about the curses. God says that we are a holy people to him. I know we've been so oppressed for so long that we just trying to be equal. But God says we holy to him. That's why he separated us. That's why he didn't want us around everybody else. Because we are holy and he gave us a certain way to live. And he wants that thing to stay pure. Like he is. Read on.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
So God says the Israelites are special, right? Read on.
Above,
We what?
above,
We are what?
above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Does that sound racist to you? That God said that one people are better than everybody else. Does that sound racist to you? It don't sound racist to me either. You know why? Because God said it.
That's right.
Now I can understand if it came from one of y'all. That's your own opinion. You racist, whatever. But God, who created everybody, said that this one people, the tribe of Judah, from the nation of Israel, and all the rest of the Israelites, they better than everybody else.
That's right.
They better than everybody else. Just look at them. They can walk out into the sun and it starts to kiss them on the face.
Right.
We ain't got to put on no sunscreen. We ain't got to do that. No, we got beautiful hair. We got hair like God.
That's
Although
right.
we done changed it. We done put all this other stuff in it. But we got hair like God.
Right.
We got a chance at salvation. We have been grafted back in. When God kicked us out, God kicked us out and he put us everywhere. He said, you got a chance to come back home, daughter. Everybody else can't come to my house because I didn't make it for them.
Right.
I made it for you and only you.
Right.
So go back to Deuteronomy 28. Why are we in this situation? Why is our name called African American, Haitian? Why do we have such a hard time accepting that we so much better than everybody else? Because of this.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15.
Come over, brother. Come here.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments.
All his what?
His commandments. commandments.
All his religions.
His commandments.
You heard what he was talking about earlier, right? I was trying to get to it, but you gotta let me get there. This ain't a religious book. This is a history book full of commandments.
That's right.
God said, if you don't keep my commandments, not my religion. God didn't make up Pentecostal. He didn't make up Baptist. That was his cousin named John. He didn't make up Seventh-day Adventists. He didn't make up Jehovah's Witness. God gave us a book full of commandments, and it's our history book.
That's right.
It tells you what happened to us. What other people were scattered all across the face of the earth? Name one. Name us some people that went all over the earth, scattered in slavery. Who? You know, because that's history. That's fact. That ain't religion. That's fact. That's history. That happened to us. It's our history book. So God said, you got to keep my commandments. And one of the commandments that he gave his daughter that we talked about earlier is he wants him to wear what? He wants him to wear dresses.
That's right.
That's one commandment. That's a simple commandment. Is that hard to do? That ain't hard to do. Yeah, if you ain't got no money, you can go Goodwill. Throw it in the washer, clean it up real good, throw you some fringes on there, and then walk around looking like a princess with your head held high.
That's right.
Knowing that I am better than everybody on the face of the earth, and I don't care what none of y'all say. You know why? Because God said I am. That's what you see right here. That's why we can speak boldly and answer all these questions and say, yes, we are better than everybody because God said we are. And we know who we are. We know we the Israelites. They took our name from us and called us African American, Native American, called us Haitians, called us Puerto Ricans. But God in these last days is returning our right mind. We got to humble ourselves and just listen. Like you're doing. I'm glad you're listening. But he said the reason why all this stuff happens to you is because of what? All these commandments?
All these commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So God said all these curses will overtake you. Curses have never been good, right? Never ever in our life. Here's one curse to hit right smack dab on the head that you're an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. And this is going to be historical facts, because this is black what? Black. Oh, so we're going to deal with some history. We're going to deal with religion.
Bring it out.
Let's read that. Deuteronomy 28:6.
Bring it out. Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Now when Israel was in Egypt, they was being ruled over by who? By the Egyptians. Was they free or was they slaves? They were slaves, right? So God says that if you don't do my commandments, I'm going to curse you. I'm going to do something bad to you, and I'm going to take you back to Egypt again. If you just came out of Egypt and walked through the Red Sea, and you heard God say, you're going back to Egypt, the first thing that came to your mind is what? I'm going back into slavery. Don't send me back here, God. Just like a little kid. If you don't behave yourself, I'm going to put you back in that corner. You going in what? Time out.
Yeah, but like in the desert, they ended up actually wanting to go back there because they were more comfortable.
Yes. The same way our people don't want to leave America.
Right.
You comfortable here. Why would I want to go anywhere else? I get to dress how I want to dress. I get to worship God how I want to. I get to eat what I want to eat. I can do whatever. I can love who I want to love. Hell, I could be born a boy, but if I feel like a woman, I can be one. Why would I ever want to leave this place? You know what you just said, Bruce? We the Israelites.
That's right.
You comfortable in oppression. You love it.
Right.
Just like we did in the wilderness. But remember, he said, I'm going to send you back to Egypt. When they was in Egypt, they was in what? In bondage, in slavery, right? So let's read that again.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 68.
We're dealing with history.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
Into what?
Egypt.
Which is?
Slavery.
Again.
A second time, but this time you're going how?
With ships.
How?
With ships.
How?
With ships.
Hold on now. Is that religion or is that history?
Yeah.
That's history.
That's right.
That's why I said it's not. He's confused. How can you say that? You've never read the Bible. That's why.
Right.
You know why? Because what did I read earlier? When you get scattered, God said you will not know me. You will serve other gods.
Right.
It won't be me, because you don't know me.
Right.
You think you do, but I'm the God. If you break my commandments, I'll put you in slavery. I'll put you on a ship.
Right.
I'll ship you all across the earth. I'll let you get hung. I'll let you be in the cotton fields.
Right.
That's what kind of God I am.
Right.
Because I said, keep my commandments, and you my children. You ain't gonna tell me what to do. I know this is how we live nowadays. You get 16, 17 years old, mama whoop you, daddy whoop you, it don't hurt no more. So you start doing your own thing. You start staying out late, running away, hanging around who you want to, and mama and daddy give up on you and send you to a boarding school and just say, Lord bless her heart. I hope she lives to make it to be 25. I hope he don't get killed in the gang. Let him do what he want to. You can say that to your earthly parents. But your heavenly Father, I'll put your ass in slavery. And it ain't nothing you can do about it. And I'll let you stay there and die until you keep my commandments. That's what kind of God we deal with. That's why he said, you better fear me, because I hold the keys to life and death. I am the one that allows you to wake up every day. He can take your breath in the middle of the night and you never open your eyes again. That's what kind of God we deal with. Now let's get back to the God we deal with some history, right? Read that again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
Egypt means what? Slavery.
Again with ships.
How we get here to America? How did the African Americans get here? On ships. Name some other people that got anywhere on ships besides the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Not one, did they? You can't think of none. And we talking about history, right? You cannot Google anybody that went on slavery. Some people say, oh, the Irish was on ships. They was indentured servants. They went somewhere to get paid. They got money. We came over here and went straight to the cotton fields. And we still ain't got no reparations. I'm waiting on them 40 acres and a mule. Where they at? We didn't get that. God said, you're going to go into slavery on ships. Let's get more details about that historical fact we're dealing with. Read on.
Into Egypt again with ships. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Now, if God is telling the Israelites, you would go into slavery on ships, and you will never see it again. If I'm an Israelite, that means I am from what land? What land on earth would I be from if I'm Israel? What's over there in the Middle East? What's that land called? You got white people over there right now. It's the land of what? The Arabs are fighting against them all the time. Jerusalem. And it's where? In the land of Israel. I didn't know either. I wasn't that good at geography either until I found out who I was, and I pinpoint right where my homeland is. And I think about that thing all day long. I want to go back home. I want to go have some peace, because we ain't got nothing here. Got to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and go work for crumbs and barely got enough money to pay rent. You got to ration out your money for 2 weeks to the next week just to make ends meet. You can't spend all your money on that second paycheck because you got to save up for rent. You know how it is out here for us. I'm tired of that. But God said, you shall see it what?
Thou shalt see it no more again.
So as a nation, since we got off those slave ships, even if you don't believe we Israelites, have we ever as a people went back to where we came from, which is Africa? Have we ever as a whole nation just said, hey, everybody get on ships and let's go back? Not everybody. You had a small portion of them that went back to Libya, right? You had some that went to Dimona, Israel, but not all of us went back to where we came from. So, if you're in the same place where they dropped you off at on ships as slaves, and you still here, technically that still makes you a what? You was brought here as a what? You still in the same place they brought you to, right? Have you ever went back to where you came from?
Well, my family did.
Have you ever went back? Technically, you still a what? Slave. I know that's a tough pill to swallow. You don't even want to say it. It's tough. I know it is. But that's the history of us. We are slaves in a land that's not ours, and we have certain rights. Certain rights that do not apply to us like it applies to them.
Right.
You know what I mean, right? We can't say, stop, you're hurting me. Oh, you don't have the right. Why did you pull me over? Oh, why? We don't have those same rights. Because you're still a slave. Nigga, get out the car! Stop resisting! That's us. Because we're still slaves. Well, we're going to get some more on that. Deuteronomy 28. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Thou shalt see it no more again. And there.
Once you got off the ships, right? Once you got off the ships. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies. Is that religion or is that history? That's history. When you got off the ships, wherever you would go, God said, I will sell you to your friends. What did he say? What did he call it? Oh! So earlier you heard that brother talk about, all mankind is my brother. God said that you're what? God said that. That's why when they was I just dismissed them because they didn't want to listen. Right. I saw you was listening. Now I'm going back correcting all that nonsense that they learned from the white man.
Right.
Over here in bondage for 400 years when they didn't know God. Right. God said everybody is not your brother.
Right.
Some people are your enemies.
Right. Bring it out.
And your brothers are the nation of Israel from the 12 tribes. And you would be from the tribe of Judah.
That's right. Shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen,
slave man,
and bondwomen,
slave women. Just like, hold on, where's it at? Give me that sign down there. Keep me underneath. Just like we was in the cotton fields, guess who was in the cotton fields with us picking cotton? Where's it at? Right there. That's a woman. Right there. In the cotton fields, right there with us, right? You see what she got on in those cotton fields? Huh? So, sisters today ain't got no excuse for not wearing a dress. Oh, it's hot outside. Oh, it's cold outside. Your ancestors was in the slave cotton fields with a dress on.
That's right.
Because they knew I shouldn't be wearing pants because that belongs to my husband.
Right.
So we ain't got no excuse not to keep God's commandments. Not at all. But he said, I'm going to sell you. Now, Deuteronomy, give me verse 48. Now remember, we got here how? How we get to this side of the earth? On ships. When we got off the ships, we was what? We was slaves, but we was what? Sold. Right? We see that. Where's that at? Right here on the auction block. We was sold, right? Now, we get more detail what happened to us when we got off the ship. Read it.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Serve who?
Thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger.
For what?
In hunger.
If you want food, you got to go to where they set up shop at. Go ahead.
And in thirst.
If you want some water, you're going to have to get it from Zephyr Hills. Go ahead.
And in nakedness.
If you want some clothes on your back, you're going to have to get it made in China. Made in Malaysia. Not made in India. It's not going to be made by your people.
Right.
Read on.
And in want of all things.
If you want to learn anything, you're going to have to go to your enemies.
That's right.
And guess what? When you go to learn from your enemies, you think they're going to tell you the truth?
Bring it out.
If I was your enemy, you think I'd tell you the truth?
Right.
You know how they lied to us? Told you Jesus is right.
Right.
How can you expect your enemies to tell you the truth? So why would you believe anything they push on you?
Right.
Anything at all? No, that's a lie, dude. I got to research that for myself.
Right.
Read on.
And
he, your enemy, should do what?
Shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
What's another word for a yoke of iron on your neck? It's a what? What did we have on our necks when we got off the slave ships and we was being sold to our enemies? What we have on our necks?
Chains.
Who's that talking about? Now, I ain't the smartest. I don't have a master's degree in rocket science.
Right.
But I do know a little bit about black history.
Right.
And I know that we was put on slave ships. I know we was sold. I know that we had to go to them for food, water, and clothing. And I know they put chains on our neck.
Right.
I know that happened to African Americans, Haitians, Puerto Ricans, Jamaicans. I know that happened to them.
Right.
But I can't find the name African American, Haitian, Jamaican in the Bible. He keeps calling those people what? Call them what?
That's right.
That's right.
Dang! I think the light just turned on for you in Black History Month.
Right.
You learned some real Black history.
That's right.
The Bible is Black history.
That's right.
That's why they changed your name, sister. That's why they told you only read Romans 11 and only think about grafting everybody in. Because I don't want you to ever figure out who you are.
Right. Right.
Because if you figured out who you are, now you understand that God chose you. He said you was better than me.
Right.
He said you was above all people.
Right.
He said you was holy. He said he only loves you.
Right.
And if you know that, then you won't worship me no more. You won't believe in white Jesus. You won't believe in everything that that image teaches.
Right.
Because all those questions that you asked me earlier, that come from that thought that that image pushes on our people.
Right.
And who's pushing that on? Who pushed it on us? When we got off those ships, could we read English? Boom. They pushed it on us.
That's right.
They told you, slave, obey your master. God loves everybody, for God so loved the world.
Right.
They pushed it on us until after generation after generation after generation. You say that? No doubt. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. You know that like the back of your hand, don't you? You know that in scripture?
Right.
Here's my question. What verse 15 say? You see? Oh, no, hold on. You didn't have to go to your phone for John 3:16.
Right.
You see why I'm bringing this out is because they have programmed you to think a certain way.
Right.
And what we here to do is deprogram you from the white man's agenda.
That's right.
To keep blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians asleep.
Right.
To keep you from knowing that you are the lost tribes of the house of Israel.
That's right.
And Jesus Christ came to save you from your captivity.
That's right.
Give me that in the book of Luke. I think it is chapter 4. I want to say verse 16. That's why we out here preaching to you Jamaicans, to you Haitians, to you African Americans, because you are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
And there's hope for you still.
I actually have a question.
Okay, you got a question.
Okay.
But before you answer that question, according to this history out the Bible, it shows that the Israelites are actually who today?
You said the Bible?
Let me rephrase the question. After reading what we read, it actually shows that we are who according to the Bible? That we are the Israelites.
That's right.
That's black history in the Bible.
Right.
But we've been looking for African American, but God is saying Israel, 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 Israel. You just didn't know it was your name.
Right.
Just like if I'm standing behind you, what's your name, sis? I didn't get your name, brother. Huh? Ashanti. Oh, that's a biblical name. Ashanti tribe. Yeah. Ashan, right? Okay. But if I was standing behind you and I kept saying, Shanita, 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 Shanita. That ain't it. Jennifer, Jennifer, Jennifer. Would you turn around? Why? The same reason you've been reading the Bible all your life and never knew it was talking about you.
Right.
Because you didn't know your name was Israel.
Right.
So now when you read the Bible, watch. You know how when you get a car and now all of a sudden you see your car everywhere? Like, Dad, there go my car, there go my car right there. Dad, that's my car too. You never noticed it before? Watch when you start reading the Bible now how many times you see Israel in the Bible.
So hard to serve God. And why when I say that I'm a Jew, it sound odd? For years I've been walking around saying that I'm a black man. I ain't saying that no more, it sounds wrong, man.
This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us. Subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcast, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.